Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are still here in the sunny climes of Greece, the Costa Navarino Resort. 4 fantastic golf courses, wonderful hotels. I can't recommend it enough. I'm joined today by Mr. Cooper, Simon Cooper, co-owner of Precision Golf. Check out their videos and content on YouTube, Precision Golf. They're making some really good insights, or creating great insight into club fitting. So good, do check that out. Today we're talking about long range putting. Now, a lot of golfers out there playing at their home clubs, I think that they invariably play on smallish greens. I think on these bigger golf courses, certainly the course we're here at this week, has a much bigger green, fast and treacherous in terms of lines, breaks. Let's have a little talk about long range putting. We've probably got, what, 45, 50 feet here at the least?
Comfortably.
I'd love to hear your insights into what you go about thinking on these long range putts. Simon plays off scratch, so no slouch when it comes to golf. Talk us through your thoughts on this long range putt.
So this one's got a little bit general, kind of 2 different sort of slopes to work in. So you're always factoring you generally uphill, generally downhill. Out here we have the extra things of grain, things like that, which thankfully we don't get at home, thank goodness. Horrible things. But yeah, you're generally kind of, is it a flat putt, uphill or downhill? First thing. Really pace is the key thing on this thing. If you can get it within a fairly kind of couple of feet, 3-4 foot on in terms of pace, and there's some kind of ability to read the green, you shouldn't be too far off. Trying to 2-putt it. If we can 2-putt, great. But pace is the main thing. Yeah.
Show me. Let's have a little look.
So got a little bit of an up, a little bit of a down, a little bit of an up, and then flat. There's not a lot of right to left on this, I don't think. So I'd be looking more. I think putting. Again, it's changing as little as possible. It's keep the tempo the same, change length of stroke. That's really the.
Like it.
But I haven't hit a putt on these greens
before.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
So disclaimer here.
I was going to give you a little disclaimer. We haven't hit any putts, but we have hit a couple of chips and a lob wedge. So even in that, you get a sort of a feel, don't we?
Sort of.
Needs to go. To go. Go on, we'll give you one
that's
more.
A sighter.
We'll give you one more.
Okay. See, I know they're quick. Okay. So.
Go.
Go. It's only marginally better.
Not bad.
It's only marginally better.
Brilliant insights there from Simon. I think the interesting part about the long range putting is I don't think there is any excuse or there is any shortcut to practice to getting better at these long range putts, because if you're not practicing long range putting, you are really going to battle with improving that side of your game. And I think when it comes to technique, something that I noticed in Simon's game there, his second putt to his first putt, the length of the backswing was the same, and he just added in more acceleration. I think that is something that a lot of golfers tend to do. Simon plays off scratch. He's a good putter. His feels are built into that protocol of shorter backswing and a bit more acceleration. Now, if you've spent any time on likes of Quintic, Sam Putt Lab, Capto, that acceleration will really change the dynamics of the golf club in a way that if you think about the acceleration that we put into the handle with a driver or an iron that creates more downstrike, that acceleration with the handle creates more angle of attack. More angle of attack creates less dynamic loft. Less dynamic loft will then make the putter go from 4 degrees, 5 degrees potentially, to potentially -1, -2. So all of a sudden you're driving that golf ball in the floor and you get that pop and skip before you get the ball running out. So my advice to you when you're long range putting is try to make your backswing as long as possible. Almost feel like you have to de-accelerate, dare I say it, than accelerate, because the minute you start to accelerate, you really start to lose the efficiency and the energy the ball is going to come off at to get it to roll out at the end of the putt. So I'm really wanting to feel longer strokes. Not that I'm trying to de-accelerate, but I certainly want to feel a stroke, wow, that's a bit too much, and almost slowing down rather than, oh, that's not enough, and then I've really got to accelerate the handle. So if you want to pop round in front of me there, James as usual on drums, so big thanks to his super film work. So I'm really trying to make my putting stroke to feel really exaggerated and almost feel like I've got to slow down through the stroke rather than accelerate. And so all of a sudden it feels like in my first putt I've got more energy in the stroke and energy in the putt, thank you Simon, than not enough, where it suddenly gets a bit short and a bit sharp and now I have to accelerate. So I would always recommend long range putting. If you're battling, always go with a slightly longer stroke and feeling like you're trying to de-accelerate rather than a stroke that's a bit short, a bit sharp and accelerated. And you can see it felt like all of a sudden I could get the ball running at the hole a touch more. And this putter's got an awful lot of loft. I think someone has given this a dirty clatter. It's got about 8 degrees of loft on it. So whoever borrows this next time, good luck with that. But anyway, you can see that it gets quite close. So a key for me with long range putting is go longer stroke than shorter stroke and kind of dial it back in from there, because I think you always gain more from long range putting by getting the ball past the hole for a few reasons. A, it feels like now you've got power in your hands rather than a lack of power. Nobody likes to feel underpowered in any shot. And once you've seen the ball go past the hole, you've all of a sudden learnt the line, which again is going to give you a bit more of a chance when the ball comes back. Hopefully, as usual, you've appreciated that, my friends, is good coaching. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Make sure you like and share while you're here. Bye-bye for now.